So I've been playing the new Oblivion remaster, and having a grand old time doing all sorts of silly little things, such as killing guards, killing rats, wolves, this gladiator, more guards, imps, bandits, zombies, another guard, some trolls, this random peasant, a demon, and some more guards. And then I started to wonder, do I actually have to kill all this stuff? So after killing a couple more guards to contemplate, I came up with the idea. Is it possible to actually beat the main questline of this game without killing a single thing? And so, Steve, the Pacifist Lizard, was born. Now, I don't know if it's actually possible to do this. I've never done the main questline, but obviously the only way to figure it out is to do ridiculous amounts of prep work, level up Steve to an obscene amount, and then try to go through the main questline without killing a single thing. So to start our journey, obviously the first thing we need to do is immediately open up our inventory and get Steve rid of all of these cumbersome clothes. Let this lizard be free. We then go ahead and start jumping around to level up our acrobatics skill. And 60 seconds in, we already got our acrobatics up to level 9. We're doing pretty good for ourselves. Let's go ahead and meet the Emperor.
Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams.
Okay. So, after meeting the Emperor, we go ahead and head into the sewers. And thankfully we have an honor guard to protect us. We can just keep on jumping our happy little green lizard butt around. And they do eventually abandon us. But now we get to go out on our own, dodge and weave these rats, and start phase 1 of making Steve ridiculously overpowered. Now, to do this, we're going to go ahead and need to get some lockpicks. Then, we're going to need to dodge some more rats and find a chest. Now, this is the wonderful thing about this remaster, is while so much love was putting into making the graphics look amazing, changing combat system, things like that, all these amazing, lovely bugs that were in the original game were kept into the new remaster. And one of those bugs is what I'm doing right now. So, normally when you lockpick a lock, you want to take the tumbler all the way to the left, try to hit the roof of the lock, press X, and lock it in place. If you do it correctly, the chest unlocks. If you do it incorrectly, the lockpick breaks. But if you go to a tumbler that's already been unlocked and just spam X, it won't break the lockpick, but it will give you the experience as if you had actually tried picking the lock. And so, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and sit here and just press X, spamming it continuously until I get my security level to the max level, which is level 99. Alright, let's go ahead and skip ahead. And so, as simple as that, phase 1 is now complete, and we are a little bit closer to making Steve ridiculously overpowered on his quest to saving Cyrodiil without killing a single person. So, first things first, we're going to dodge and weave through some enemies, and we're going to meet back up with the Emperor.
He can help us. He must help us.
Stranger.
And now it's time to make our class. I decided to go with the Pacifist class. Pretty much every skill is something that doesn't require me to kill or hurt anything. That's the most important part, and it should hopefully help me become ridiculously overpowered in all the right ways. So Steve's finally out into the wilderness. He's checking it out. It is time for me to find a bed. I've leveled up my lockpicking to 99, but in Oblivion, you can't actually level up your character until you sleep. So I'm thinking, alright, time to head to the capital of Cyrodiil. Let's go find a bed for this cute little lizard. Yeah.
Why, yes. I do have a lovely room available for a mere 40 gold a night.
40 gold! Do I look like I have 40 gold? There's literally a bed right behind her. She's flaunting it. So then I have the bright idea. You know who has free beds? Prisons have free beds. So after doing a little bit of light pickpocketing and finding a guard,
you rot, criminal scum.
I finally have a free bed. I've looked everywhere. I've looked all over the city. Here's a free bed. My salvation. Turns out, that's not how prison works. Nope, all I did was just decrease one of my skills. So back off to the wilderness I go. And I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking in forts. I'm looking in ruins. I am trying to find whatever I can. And let me tell you, it is just simply not going well. So eventually I decide to go back to a city. I find the city of Breville. Hopefully I can find something here. I find a chapel.
How goes it?
Chapels have to have beds, right? I mean, come on. So I head into the basement. There's gotta be a bed down here. No. Not a single bed to be found. Just a weirdly strange infestation of ghosts hanging out everywhere. I am desperate. I'm looking everywhere. It's been literally over an hour and I have not found a single bed. And then I finally found my salvation. That's right, go back, Steve. There it is, a door to a skooma den. Who would not have a free bed but accept some junkies? So breaking in, I finally find my people, and more importantly, I find a bed. So, 12 quick short naps later, I'm officially level 12, my agility and speed is maxed out to 100, and I am finally ready to go into phase 3 of making Steve the most overpowered pacifist lizard possible. So what I want to do here is I want to get my acrobatics up to level 100. Two things I need to do this. I need to be able to spam jump faster, because spamming jump is how you level up your acrobatics, and I need to figure out a way to solve my stamina issue. Once I'm out of stamina, I'm not jumping. So these are two hurdles I need to figure out. The first one I was able to figure out pretty quickly. I found this really lovely bar right here that was just perfect jumping height to be able to just sit there and spam and bonk my head over and over again as quickly as possible. So now that I'm able to jump super fast, I need to solve the stamina issue. My idea was to find the nearest bartender and buy every single piece of food that he owns. Then take the food, make a ton of stamina potions, and then be able to use these stamina potions to just keep my stamina up while I jump. The problem is that it doesn't really work. My stamina is going up faster, but it's just making the regen faster. It's not actually working how I want it to. So while I was sitting in this menu, contemplating how long this is going to take me to do, I had an idea. Wait, I'm playing the remastered. There's no load times. Why don't I just rest and then jump? And then once I'm done, rest again and then jump until my stamina's gone. And why don't I just do this over and over and over again? And it worked amazing. And let me tell you, it wasn't that bad. I had a friendly bartender. She was in there hanging out with me for the entire time. She really loved staring at me. I think I had a great jumping form.
Hi there.
You know, there was this guest star dude who came out. Every once in a while they would talk and have a little chat. You know, it was good. It was friendly.
If there's anything I can do,
There
I am
was
humbly at your service.
company. There was gossip.
What's new with you?
I saw some mud crabs.
And it honestly kind of went pretty fast. So after spamming jump for about 30 minutes, or the equivalent of about 5 in-game days of just having Steve jump on this bar counter, I did it. I hit level 100 acrobatics mastery. And it wasn't that bad. So after gallivanting around town, enjoying the new jumping prowess that Steve has, I finally decided to go hit up my old home, the skooma den. And after 4 quick naps, I did it. I hit level 16 without killing a single creature in Oblivion. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. I mean, there's still a lot to do. I do want to get a couple more skills up to level 100. I want to be able to jump just a little bit higher, run a little bit faster, be a little more ridiculous before I go off trying to save Cyrodiil. But it's a pretty good start, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm starting to think maybe it's actually possible to beat this game without having to kill a single creature. Right? I guess we'll find out in the next video. See you there.